I became a vengeful spirit hovering over the capital. In the dead of summer, snow started falling out of nowhere. My coffin couldn't be carried out of the palace. Every time they reached the gate, snow came crashing down. My soul sat on top of my own coffin, watching Lin Ruoxu with a cold smirk. Even in death, I wasn't going to let any of you win. Li Shuyuan called in a high monk, and the old man spotted me immediately. I stood there soaked in blood, wearing the face I had when I died. The monk let out a long sigh and bowed to Li Shuyuan. This woman died in agony. Her resentment runs too deep and she can't be guided to the afterlife. Li Shuyuan staggered backward, looking like he couldn't believe what he just heard. Died in agony? Resentment that deep? How? He turned to the sealed coffin, voice trembling as he gave the order. Open it now. Lin Ruoxu panicked and threw herself on top of the coffin. Your Majesty, think about what sister wanted. Do you really want her to rest unpeacefully? I drifted above them all, laughing to myself. Lin Ruoxu would never let anyone see what was left of my body. Before I died, my eyes were gouged out, my legs were broken, my arms were snapped. Every single bit of that, courtesy of Lin Ruoxu. How could she ever let Li Shuyuan find out? I floated right in front of him, taking a long look at the man I once loved. His eyes were filled with pain. But where was he when I was being tortured? A single chant from the monk snapped me back. The monk spoke gently. To guide her on, you must first dissolve her resentment. Does this woman have any family left? My head shot up. I locked my eyes on the figure slowly approaching from a distance. I did have family once, and they were here. My father came from a noble family, but he fell for a merchant's daughter anyway. The clan never approved, but they got married and had me. Then father died in battle. Mother took her own life, and I was taken in by the Zhenbei Marquis' household. Eventually, I became the crown prince Li Shuyuan's betrothed. I never could have imagined dying like this. I watched my grandmother and brother kneel on the ground, apologizing. This wretched girl, a nuisance alive and still causing trouble dead. Grandmother slammed her cane into the floor, face full of disgust. Urine, even if you died young, whatever grudge you're holding, and just let it go. Dust to dust, don't make things harder for the living. My brother stared at the coffin, his expression unreadable. But why was it okay to make things hard for me when I was alive? I let out a scream. A cold wind tore through and wails filled the air. Nobody gets a free pass. I spun around and tore off toward the palace. The chaos in the sky sent everyone into a panic. She's gone full vengeful spirit. Her resentment is off the charts. She's going to come back for revenge. The monk's face went dead serious. Whatever she went through must have been horrific to cause a disturbance like this. The words barely left his mouth before Lin Ruoxu's face went pale. Sister was the crown princess. Who would dare hurt her? Old monk, you're talking nonsense. This is royal business, not yours to speculate about. Li Shuyuan frowned too. Sure, I was distant from Yuran lately, but I had my reasons. That's not torture. How could that possibly count as torture? The monk saw that no one was owning up to anything, and just shook his head. Start by collecting everything that belonged to her. Her resentment is this intense. The things she touched could bring harm to the living. Li Shuyuan gave the word, and the entire palace sprung into action. Chests came pouring in from every corner of the palace, piling up like a small mountain. A eunuch nearby was still reading off the inventory list, going on and on. How is there this much stuff? Li Shuyuan squeezed the prayer beads in his hand. I floated above, laughing coldly. Lingguo had been torn apart by years of war, then foreign invasions. The treasury was bone dry. The dowry my mother left me, generations worth, I'd quietly been moving it all into the Eastern Palace. And what did he say about it back then? He said a true gentleman keeps his dignity, unmoved by material things. Then asked me, do you really think I'm that shallow? I stupidly apologized, and only then did he reluctantly accept my gifts. He called jewels tacky and said I was flashy and over the top. So I toned it all down, dressed plain and simple. But then one day I watched him pick up a golden hairpin with his own hands, and pin it into Lin Ruoxu's hair himself. He said the pin suited her, as stunning as a blooming peony. I watched the two of them and felt nothing but cold inside. That golden hairpin had been left to me by my mother. I was the crown princess, and he was out there praising another woman's elegance. Night was falling, golden lamplight spread across the marble floors, and the eunuchs were still hauling things in. I drifted through the air, watching chest after chest get pried open. Deep into the night, a eunuch drenched in sweat knelt on the floor, shaking. Li Shuyuan sat at the head of the room, looking worse and worse. Then go get the rest, now! There's more in the Hall of Supreme Harmony, the consort's quarters, and the Imperial Ancestral Temple. And some rare antiques and silk. Those were gradually given out to officials over the years. With every location the eunuch named, the faces in the room got a little darker. I burst out laughing. Without my family's wealth, what did the Li imperial family even have? Even the ritual vessels and bronze cauldrons used at Li Shuyuan's coronation were mine. They stepped on my back to get to the top, and everything they owned came from my money. They always said I talked about money too much, that I was too materialistic. Is that any way for a crown princess to act? You're going to be the crown princess here, you can't be squabbling over petty things. Everyone told me to rise above it. Everyone acted so noble, while I was the only one stuck being vulgar. Then a gust of wind swept through, and the pouch at Li Shuyuan's waist dropped to the ground.